We are back, and hopefully, you guys will realize that we are back. And I'm just going to try to see if I can make sure that we are all good in the hood. So if you're in, definitely let us know. And I apologize for the technicals issues. And here we go. I want to make sure we're all good before we get going. So we're picking up. Why don't you tell them what we're talking about while I'm doing this?
We are picking up from last week. The topic was what everyone wants in a relationship, but sometimes they're just a little afraid to ask for.
Yeah.
What men want, what women want, but
what us want.
But sometimes we're just a little afraid to ask for it because we don't want to be taken the wrong way. So we covered a couple last week.
Appreciate
and we
the
are
recap.
Going to
what do we start with the topics and tell everybody what we're talking about.
Okay, well,
and
the three things that I'll do mine. The three things that women want. Oh, do men? Yeah. The three things that I was saying that most women want, but kind of afraid to ask their partner for was the bounce back body after you give birth to our beautiful, beautiful children. So women want, basically a mommy makeover. And the second thing women want to fully be taken care of. I'm going to put a pin in that because I'm going to elaborate in a minute.
All right, good deal.
And the third thing was we want.
It's official. We are there.
Oh, I'll save my third thing until we just go.
No, go ahead. You're just recapping.
Third thing.
Oh, we gave the three in the beginning.
Yeah,
what they would be. We talked about one. So the three things for what a woman wants, but doesn't always ask for in a relationship. You said are
the bounce back body, which is AKA plastic surgery, if we choose to have that. The second thing was to fully be taken care of. We didn't even talk about that last week, but that was what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
And and the third thing would be actually communication.
Yeah. All right. So we got some stuff, especially for women. It'll help you understand how men really, and the thing is, we're talking about three main things that people want, but don't ask. And the hard, we couldn't really say it the way it is in our head. The reality is we believe people are asking, but it's not being heard.
Right.
And when it's heard, then it gets misinterpreted, and then it gets weird. And you're like, wait, I'm just trying to tell you what's important to me. You ever have that moment with your mate where you're really just trying to tell them what's important to you, and somehow that gets lost and in the sauce of the situation, and you're like, I'm just trying to tell you what's important to me, and this is getting twisted
because it'll become about them.
And then you get frustrated.
In there.
So we know that it's something people ask for sure. And yet they still don't. So also what we're going to do, we're launching our next virtual couples retreat. So those of you who are watching, if you would share go to the Love and Happiness page, I'd say by 3 p.m. and you will see the I don't want to call it the commercial, the spot, the advertisement for Love and Money on our page. If you just at Love and Happiness TV and share that on your page, we're going to be giving away registrations to the next virtual couples retreat for a limited time to just allow you guys to just help us grow on new Facebook Live and all that stuff. So you could start first by getting on our radar by sharing. That when you share, we're able to see who's sharing what we're doing. And we're going to be, giving a lot of stuff away. We've got some really cool stuff lined up to give you that you should definitely, share this, just share the live as we get ready to get into three things that everyone wants, but don't ask, in the relationships. So for men, it's, again, remember, I'm not saying that you're it hasn't been said. What we're saying is it's not being heard in the context we really want. Sex, respect the grind, and for a woman to know her worth. Those are things that a man wants a woman to know. And so again, when we talk about the sex element, which is what I'm going to talk about today, that's going to be the one I'm going to pick. I'm going to talk about the sex, and let's talk about sex after you, ladies first. Your one of the three today is
my one of the three today is that. Okay, there are many strong, fierce, confident. I mean, just independent, strong women that they advocate for themselves every day, all day.
Okay.
But for some reason, they're not getting the full support at home.
Oh, so you're talking
in the relationship.
Okay, you're talking about support.
Right.
About
so women want to be taken care of. We want to be fully taken care of. And I'm not saying that a woman want to be taken care of. It reflects that she's not, independent, or she can't do it on her own. It's a choice. A lot of women are made to do that, as far as we want a little chivalry. We want the man to open the car door. We want the man to anticipate the need. There are a lot of
Okay.
But what I'm saying,
I'm with you. I'm not
loaded.
against you. I want to understand you. I want to make sure. I figure if I need to track with you. So I want to be clear. See, there's some engagement. That's how you get that free registration for the couples retreat. What I want to be clear. So I'm a little confused because a lot of times I think that what happens is it's like what comes first, the horse or the
chicken and egg?
Chicken, yeah.
Okay.
So I want to follow you. So you're saying women want chivalry, but I want to just keep it in boxes. So you're saying first support how exactly does are you saying women would want to ask or say, or let's say they are saying, but it's not being heard? What kind of support? Money?
We can say money first. Yes, we'll say money first.
I ain't saying she a gold digger.
But what I'm saying is there are a lot of, it does not negate that the woman is strong, independent, and she can take care of herself. Okay. It would just be nice for a man to come in, with his white horse and he's his armor on and go, look, I got you. You don't have to work. If you want to work, you can. You don't have to. Wait. Go ahead. And I got you, as in, even if he's not married to her, if you're dating her, if you're interested in her, going in, she's a single parent with kids, going, the woman shouldn't have to ask or anything. He should be like, let me just, I want to pay for 6 months of your hair and nails. Here you go.
Okay.
No,
cool.
Come in. I want to wait. Just not
no, because you by the time you finish, you'll been done put 7 other legs on it, and I'm trying to track the one that you walk in it. So I'm saying if a woman is saying, hey, I want you to to do these financial things, which is more stereotypical of the roles when you say a woman wants a man to take care of her, man wants a woman to whatever. So if she's looking for that, what should he look for? Because otherwise he's a John. So what is he looking for? No, if she's looking for money, just know before you go forward, what should he be looking for? Just, you don't have to agree or disagree. Just answer that question. What should he be looking for? He
should be looking for a woman that is a ride or die for him, that will be by his side. Because we're almost like mommy in a lot of ways. We woo him, we stroke his ego. We're there for him, supporting him in every area that he needs. But what I'm saying is, it's not even about just the, going and getting her hair and nails done. It's deeper than that. It's psychologically, I got you. If you fall, I'm there for you. I don't need
I'm down with that.
I don't need your, if she wants to work, she can work, because there's a lot of women who have their careers and independent.
But wait. I'm not talking about the emotional support. We can get to the emotional support. You started with the financial support. Okay. So I want to understand what's the trade, because I'm good with what you're saying. If you can explain to me, if we're going into traditional roles, and just for the record, I take care of my wife completely financially since she knew me before we even got married.
2 years.
Yes. Literally, there's a funny story about, her fashion taste when I first met her. And I'm just saying it was the trigger. It was the trigger to the day that I took care of all your financial needs. So all I'm trying to say to you, go ahead.
Because I said, it was like I third date. And I'm in my closet looking for some clothes.
Mhm.
And he was like, what are you going to wear?
Because her fashion was not.
Getting on my nerve. You about to blow it. I'm like, if you
see,
don't like.
you see this swag now.
Was,
You're welcome. You're welcome. When I first met her, it was a different quality of fashion. So
what I said to
I
you
was only
if
just
you don't
saying.
like my clothes, you buy them.
And we were dating, and I said you ain't said nothing but a word. And I've been paying for everything in her life for 20 plus years, and 21 years, and so So I'm not trying to say that as a brag as much as I'm saying I needed to pay for it to make sure it was going to be tight. But all I'm saying is the money. If it's a trade, it was in my heart to do that, something I had never did before. But what's the trade? If the woman is saying, hey, I'm looking for a man to, take care of my needs. All right. And if you're just tuning in, please, we are launching our virtual couples retreat, Love and Money, because money is literally the number one reason relationships fail. And it's not the dollars and the cents or the paper on the table that makes it fail. It is literally the fact that you lose trust in your mate. When the financial leadership or management is whack, you lose trust. And when trust fails, the relationship fails. So you're going to learn some great stuff. And we're going to actually give those of you who are watching us on our Facebook Live. This is going to be March 18th that it happens. So we have a lot of time to give a lot of it away, as our mission is to help 1 million couples. So that being the case, when you share us on your page, our lives, share that when we put the commercial, the spot, the advertisement, the Facebook ad, whatever you want to call it, when that starts later today, that post is going up at 3:00. When that post goes up at 3, then you just at our page at Love and Happiness TV, and you just share it with your circle. And those people who do that, of course, we can see who shares it. We're going to pick from those individuals and give you, a whole lot of other stuff too. Right. So definitely. But back to the point.
Okay, because
I just want to understand with the money trade.
Wait a minute.
I don't want to get to the emotional.
Money.
No,
what I said
it's
was
on the table.
What I said was there's a lot of strong, independent, fierce women who are advocating for themselves every day, taking care of themselves, being about their business.
Yes.
However, if you are in a relationship with a man, okay, and you're working full time, you're making it happen or whatever, it would be nice if the man would just level up in his thinking and go, oh, you know what? I want to take care of you. Even if she doesn't need his money, she needs the security to know that he offered.
I have no issue of the conversation in theory. My point is, let's just stay in the money. When you go into emotional, because you said money to start this.
Okay, but I'm saying,
welcome to my world. All I'm saying is, before we pivot, just on the money thing, because if I'm a guy and I'm saying, well, if she's working and making her money, why do I have I'm out working and making money. What is she doing for me? I'm just saying, just give me a second to understand you. That's all. I want to follow you. I'm down with you. Okay. I want to follow you. You're saying, okay, she just wants to don't get into the emotional support, because that's the second part of support. But the monetary support, you're saying money. So I'm saying he's working, she's working.
Yeah.
She's getting money, he's getting money. She wants his money. His money is her money. Her money is her money. That's what you're trying to say, right?
No.
Okay. So then that's why I'm asking for clarity. I'm not judging. I want to understand. Right. I want to know.
What I'm saying is, okay, say if this couple they live together. They are married or not married, and they're both in their grind. And he has the ability to take care of her as far as
and it's a lot of men watching.
So
I'm going
to initiate.
I see Bobby. I see Vishal.
I'm going to initiate.
Rajanis. I see.
I'm going to initiate
men.
I want to initiate. I want to take care of her. So I'm going to plan the family vacation. I'm going to take her. I'm going to take her out. A lot of times, men. I don't want to say it the wrong way.
Say it the way you think it.
Okay. Just based on hearing and talking to a lot of women, the women they're planning the vacation. They are initiating trips. They're initiating, let's move. The woman, you know, she initiates a lot in the relationship,
Okay.
and the man not necessarily. So it'd be good if he just comes in and just takes care of her and go, you know what, you know, not just I'm going to pay your bills, but no, how about, okay, I'm going to initiate the trip. I'm going to initiate, you know, let's move. I'm initiating the different things. That
So you're talking about, you really want,
up.
it's not the money as much as the direction for the money.
Basically, yeah, the direction for the family. Because a lot of times, oftentimes, especially, you know, in the 21st century, there's a lot of single parents, a lot of single moms out there. And when they find a man, find their partner, you know, he's not really there to take care of her. He's not really there because she's giving. She's always giving in the relationship, you know. And
in this scenario. Because I bet you some of the men here might be like, I'm always giving.
But it looks kind of uneven where, you know, it would be nice if you stepped in and go, well, I'm going to take care of you. I got you. You know,
okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So
a lot of them want that. They just don't ask.
So I would really love the men who are watching to kind of
women watching.
I'm sure there are. You will never see it clearly from what we're streaming through.
Okay.
But I would love to see a comment about the thought that a woman wants the man,
for example,
support financially.
I didn't, when we were dating, I did not need your money. You volunteered to pay for my gas. I paid for my own gas. I had a car and a truck. I didn't ask you to pay for my gas. I had my own business. I was supporting myself. I didn't ask you.
I'm just a generous person.
You came in and you took care of everything. I didn't
concerning
say,
you. I was generous. I wasn't generous.
I didn't say.
There's a lot of chicks like, you wasn't that generous with me.
And I wasn't looking for a man. I wasn't looking for a man to pay my bills. I wasn't looking for a man.
That's why you got one.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you would have never got if that's how you was rolling. I'd have just kept moving on.
No, and so what I'm saying is, I didn't need your money. You know.
I know you wasn't a taker. Listen, I want to talk about the sex thing. And I'm still stuck in just making sure I'm on the same page with if a woman says, you know, because we're assuming that she's talking about some support financially when you say money is something she wants. But I'm saying men are as a man, you know, and we try to get these conversations fresh so the confusion or the clarity or the positions can be discussed and we can just kind of talk it out live instead of just already knowing what the outcome is. So that for me, that just makes it more authentic. So I want to just understand if you're saying just about the financial support, she's working, he's working. If she's saying, I want you to step in, initially, I thought you were saying to hey, put your money on the table and take mine off the table. But then you're saying, no, really kind of just taking some leadership in the finances to make sure we're considering us as we spend and as we go through life, right? Like considering, hey, it's time. It'd be good to go out on a date.
Right.
Let's do this. Let's do that. Right?
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
Also, yeah, like, hey, let me just come on, buy your whole new wardrobe. She didn't ask for it, but you know, you've been with her for like 10, 15 years or whatever. 8 years, 8 months, 8 seconds, 8 days. Go, hey, you know, she wants to know that you got her. Just go and go, what?
What if he's not? What if he's not? If he's working his finances out, he can't buy her a wardrobe. I bought you a wardrobe because I could.
Wait. First of all, see, because and we mean he's trying to work his finances
even act
out.
Like everybody who remember her knows she needed it. So no. Okay. So all right. So
I love my clothes.
I know you did.
He was a New Yorker. He was a New Yorker, so you had different fashions. Okay.
I wish I could do a before and after right now. This would not be. I'm gonna find a picture from before. There must be something. So, okay. All right. Let's switch to sex. All right.
Okay.
Can we switch to sex? Because the emotional side of it is intriguing.
Okay.
But the side of it that I'd love to get a woman's perspective on.
Okay.
And we're just doing this generally versus making it personal.
Right.
You know, so, you know, as with the money thing, you know, when I was giving all of this support financially and directing and taking you all over the world, that's because I was already doing those things before I met you for myself, and you got in my heart, so I did it. Yeah. Sex, though. All right, let's talk about sex now. Okay. I happen to have a good wife who is down with your boy with whenever my husband wants is what my wife has taught me by her words. You know, whatever my husband wants. So I'm excited about that. Made it easy. I didn't have to kind of convince her to meet any of those physical needs. So that's great. Let's talk about sex though, from the standpoint of a lot of men want more sex Lord Jesus, this is all I'm seeing is the faces of people from my counseling practice right now. And sex is a really big, and it's not that they're not asking, because they are, but it's not crossing over to the fence of the woman's understanding that it's something a man really needs, that his want becomes his need, right? So men want sex. And I would love for if there's a man who says, I don't want sex, I just want a friend, to just be patient for a second, because the what I'm talking about is the kind of mature sex. I am not talking about, the strip club sex. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about sex where, one person can never satisfy you. Okay. I'm not talking about the kind of sex that you just feel like, if you don't give it to me, I'm going to get it from someone else. Okay. Now there are men who want that type of sex, where it's just sex and what's your name? We can ask later, because it doesn't matter. It's just sex. I'm not talking about those kind of scenarios. I want to talk about the kind of mature sex, the kind of sex that love has versus the sex lust has. Okay. Because lust has a sex that's faceless. Right. It's just, I need some sex. Ooh, what's your name? Sex. The wind blow. Yeah, the wind blow. But mature sex from love versus lust, actually is something that I think men want women to understand, that it's like understanding we have feelings. If we enjoy sex more, if we know who we love is enjoying it. Right. Okay. And it starts in my submission. I'd love you guys to tell me, or ladies to tell me what you think of what I just said. But I think that people are losing sight of sex when it's between two people who care for each other. Is not going to be something that is forced. It's going to be like if you're having a relationship with your mate and and they're uncomfortable, then you're not comfortable. You're not like, well, just hang in there for a second. Give me a minute. Just need 5 minutes. I think it looks more like, what? If you're not comfortable, you need to be comfortable. And I think that gets lost from the conversation where sometimes the need is so like, I just need her to meet my need. So is it quality or quantity we're talking about? Because a lot of times women, they're given sex and they think it's quality sex, but the quantity, how much? Quantity. There you go. The man wants it like 7-8 times, or 6-7 times a week. And she's like, look, I got stuff to do. It's or whatever. I mean, what are you talking? It's both. Okay. That's a great question. Yeah. I think it depends, because some people's sex drive is stronger. And if you have a strong sex drive, it becomes a quantity issue, even if they care about how you are. But what I love and what I would encourage people who are trying to meet each other's needs sexually is to really just try to take the time to hear their mate's heart, to go like, okay, I understand, and let them tell you what they need without you inserting yourself in that sandwich. Just hear the meat of their heart, to go like, okay, so in a perfect, one of the things I'll do counseling is I'll tell each of them, just forget your mate, be completely selfish, and write out exactly what you want sexually. Because sex is a large chunk of issues in a lot of relationships. Things break down, communication breaks down, sex breaks down, and when they write it out, it allows them to let their mate understand, I really need this. I need it to look like this. And if I can say it without considering my mate, then it allows my mate to just hear what's important to me and what's important to you. So I think that if anything, I would suggest to those who's trying to figure out if it's quantity or quality, to just take an exercise to just literally just say, hey, listen, I'm going to write exactly how I want it to look. I'm not going to be judged. And this is the man and writing to the woman. Okay, because I think both people have to do it. Yeah. Because if he wants it 30 times and she wants it 2 times, that's a different conversation. Right. And it don't matter if he writes his 30 and she looking at that like, you ain't even close. Yeah, you missing a lot. I think it needs to look like you both get to write it out how you would ideally wanted to look. If one of them write down with someone else, then that's kind of, at least now you know.
Some couples are into that.
So act like you know.
Some couples are into
I ain't chasing that. I'm only talking about if they're saying I'm not into you.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is the important thing in terms of sex, I'm thinking what a man wants a woman to know but doesn't ask in a relationship can be resolved because everybody wants something different, and someone's sex drive could be different. And the reason I say that, if it doesn't make you lose your question, is only because people change.
They do.
So we evolve, which is why, one day we'll have a conversation about the 5 love languages. I think that is a solid place to start, but most people look at that as a finishing point.
Right.
And I believe we all evolve. And just because, words of affirmation may be your language today, and tomorrow it may be acts of service. And if people are pigeonholing you to think, well, you said affirmation and they keep telling you, so it gets kind of weird. So I think sexually people's needs change and the seasons change. And if the season you're in is like, I'm just not in the mood, it's tough, COVID anxiety, whatever.
Well, if that's the case, shouldn't understanding kick in, or shouldn't that mate who wants sex more than the other have to operate in an emotional maturity that they understand, okay, it's not me, it's you, because you're psychologically dealing with stuff. And psychologically, when you are dealing with stuff, you're not in the mood. It's
but that's the point of the exercise. That's exactly why I'm saying when I'm trying to first start to find out what I call discovery in the session is I want to find out where everybody is today. But not where you was when you met.
A lot of times, if they're just the average couple and they're dealing with that, and the man wants sex, the woman, it's not because psychologically she's somewhere broken or whatever or stuck. They don't have a counselor. They have to. That's what I'm saying.
But that's why I'm saying. No. What I'm saying is, if you outline each of the things you say you want, becomes a talking point.
That's good.
And we're getting ready to close after I make this point.
Okay.
But I definitely don't want you to forget to share this and at Love and Happiness TV, because we really are giving away free registrations to Love and Money,
which is really going to be good.
Which we're posting today at 3:00 to start the campaign. It's going to happen in March, but it has free replays. So if you miss it, you won't. But what I'm saying is the exercise is designed to each point, each reason, each thing that a man or a woman says about sex is actually a talking point of discovery to understand why or why not that's happening.
That makes sense.
You follow me?
Yeah.
So if they say, hey, this is happening, I want it to happen 10 times a week, and she says I want it to happen twice a month, it becomes a talking point to say, okay, what can we do to get closer here? And then if she's like, well, maybe if you took me out more, then the conversation to engage is there's an opportunity to be in discovery, to go, oh, well, the reason I haven't been getting my needs met is because my mate feels like her needs hasn't been met. That's what I'm saying. It's to start walking through in your own understanding, by at least each person writing down what they would want sex to look. One person may want it to be more active, another person may be more, activity,
spontaneous.
So I like it. Okay, so listen, we are looking forward to seeing you next week, but we're really excited about our Love and Money virtual couples retreat. It's a really cool way. It allows us to help couples for next to nothing. And you're getting the same tools that are helping couples, resolve stuff. So it's pretty fun. And you get to have it so you guys grow together, because that's really the key to having a successful relationship. So any last words for this week you care to say before we
have a great weekend?
Have a great weekend. All right, have a great weekend. We'll see you next Saturday.